Next, sew up these fur cats. The sewing methods for all fur cats are the same. Only their facial expressions are different. These to have the same facial expressions. These to have the same facial expressions. Here, I will use the orange cat to demonstrate the identical sewing parts. Finally, let's embroider their mouths. Let's sew the cat's head on. The head is sewn on to the left side of the body. The bottom of the head is just above the legs. Use the yarn tail to sew it in the correct position. As long as the bottom of the head is right here at the leg, it's perfect. Insert the needle back and forth to sew a few more times. After sewing, hide the yarn tail inside this white area. Then, cut the yarn tail. This way, the cat's head is sewn on. Use the same methods to sew the heads of the other cats. Next, sew the ears onto the cat. Thread one yarn tail of the cat's ear through the sewing needle. We will sew the ears onto the first and second rounds on both sides of the head. The very center here is the first round. Insert the needle here. Then pull it out at any position. Sew back and forth a few stitches at the orange area to secure the yarn tail. Cut the yarn tail. Then thread the other yarn tail through the sewing needle as well. Then insert below the second round. Here is the first round. Insert below the second round. Pull out from any position. Use the same method to weave this yarn tail back and forth inside the fabric a few times. Then cut the yarn tail. This way, one ear is sewn on. Use the same method to sew the other ear on the opposite side. This is how it looks after sewing both ears. Next, sew on the tail. The tail is sewn between rounds 15 and 16 on the other side of the body. First, find the middle position between rounds 15 and 16. This is the first round. Second round. Round 13, round 14, round 15 and round 16. We need to insert the needle between these two rounds. Then pull the yarn out from any position. Weave back and forth a few times. Thread the other yarn tail into the sewing needle as well. Do the same with this yarn tail. Then cut the yarn tail. This way, the cat's tail is sewn on. Up to this point, the identical sewing parts for all four cats are completed. Next, let's demonstrate the facial features of these two cats. Take out the black yarn. Separate one strand. Thread it into the sewing needle. Insert the needle at any position on the head. Pull the yarn out from beside the eye. Sew a horizontal whisker. Leave a short yarn tail outside. Thread down. Sew a slanting stitch to the other side. Then thread to the center to embroider the facial features. Insert from the side. Thread out from the center. Sew down just a little. Then sew to the side. Thread to the other side. Thread the yarn tail inside the fabric. Pull these two yarn tails out from the same spot. The mouth and whiskers are completed. Tie a tight knot with these two yarn tails. Cut the yarn tails. Felt the yarn end into the fabric. The orange cat's facial features are completed. Next, make the facial features of these two cats. The sewing methods are the same for both cats. The Siamese cat uses pink yarn to embroider the mouth. The gray cat uses black yarn throughout to embroider the facial expressions. Here, I will use the Siamese cat to demonstrate. First, take out the black yarn. Separate one strand from it. Thread it through the sewing needle. Insert the needle from any position. Pull it out from a stitch next to the eye. Sew one stitch horizontally. Then insert the needle downwards. Sew one stitch diagonally. Then insert towards the other side. Sew one stitch horizontally. Then sew one stitch diagonally downwards. Then pull both yarn tails out from the same spot. Tie a knot. Cut the yarn tails. Felt the yarn end into the fabric. This way, the cat's whiskers are completed. For gray cat, do not break the yarn and continue to embroider the mouth. Then take out the pink yarn. Use one strand. Thread it through a sewing needle. Insert the needle at any position. Embroider the mouth as this way. Tie a knot with these two yarn tails. Cut off the yarn tails. Felt the yarn end into the fabric. The Siamese cat is completed.